Hey fellows, a very good afternoon and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Uncle the Shooter. Before you even proceed, ensure you've subscribed, ensure you follow the videos, of course, you like and share widely for more content. So I do teach data analysis, but first, before I proceed to teaching this software that I'm about to introduce today, I'd like to say the following. So data analysis is a very interesting field that are actually you're technically doing one thing, but now doing it using different softwares, regardless of the capacities and abilities each software has. Talk of R, Python, SPSS, Theta, Jamovi, Advanced Excel, Power BI, Tableau. Every software has its own uniqueness, whatever thing it does best. But I'll say this: today you can use Power BI to do dashboards, the same dashboards you would have done in Excel, perhaps better in Power BI though. You can still have dashboards from Tableau. You can still have dashboards from other softwares. So the point is, you need to understand the fact that anytime you hear the word data analysis, you're basically doing something similar, only that now you need to learn how to do it using the different softwares available. So let me go straight into this. We've been using this data set called nulls, order with nulls. It's also in my other softwares. So I've been trying to be consistent. I'm trying to be consistent in all these videos. So if you've not watched the previous videos, you can check on top. There's a link to the very first video and some other videos. You can also check the channel Uncle the Shooter. You'll see all the videos listed there. So basically, that's what I do. You learn from there, a lot of stuff available on that channel. Now today I'll be teaching SPSS. IBM SPSS. Technically, and from my experience, it is the most used software in data analysis in most of the data analysis that happens. But depending on what you're doing, actually depends with what kind of analysis you're trying to do. If you're trying to do R, I'd advise if you're trying to do regression, go to R and Python, and of course state and SPSS. But depending, if you're doing data visualizations, you can actually check on Power BI, Tableau, and so on. So straight into it. Let's go straight into the software. So now, how did I load this data? So first, this is the data window. We have the output window. Whenever thing you do, it appears here. But let me try reloading the same data. You go to File, then Import Data, then you're picking an Excel file. All the formats are available here. You're picking an Excel file. You go straight into Downloads. As I said, the data set is called Order. You just type Order with nulls. Pick Order with nulls. Then you open it. Give it a minute. It's there. Then ensure you've ticked the row that says read variable names from the first row of the data, because it's from Excel. Then of course percentage of values that determine the data type, of course, and ignore of course hidden rows and columns, just picking whatever is visible. Then you load that and say okay. So here the data. Now someone will ask, I have several missing variables here, missing values, stuff like that. Of course, our profit have some missing values, and also sales having some missing values. So how do I do that? You need to clean up. How do you clean up? You go to data, then select cases. Then you need to select what case are you cleaning up. I'm cleaning but on condition that wherever I need all the missing variables to be 0. So the variables are here. Click on if, go to function groups, and then pick missing values. Pick a specific function is nmiss. Then you load it using this arrow. Then clear that. Of course, you need to now select the variables that are affected. You load that profit, and of course put a comma and load sales. So you're trying to say that please ensure the missing values are 0. Then you continue. By continuing, you're telling SPSS that please, I need all the missing values. I mean, all these variables to have 0 missing values. So by n for missing, that is the number of missing values in this variable should be 0. So of course you click OK. So what you've done is already executed here. Filter by, this is now the syntax. If you go to the data set, you see what has happened. All the missing values have been highlighted. So the next thing you do, you go to data still, select cases, then delete unselected cases and click OK. If you go back to the data set, now we don't have them. We don't have the missing values. This is how you clean data in SPSS. That's the first step. Now the next thing is asking. I have categorical variables. I have numerical variables. How do I do analysis? And most of the analysis does not actually allow to have this categorical variables in the analysis. So that's where now something called encoding comes in. So encoding can be done on the same variables, or you create a new variable with the new encoding. Now in this case, I'll do let me just show one example of customer segments. I want to record this so that I have numerical variables here. So we can state, so small business should be 1, corporate should be 2, home office 3, and then consumer 4. So in that order. So we go to transform, then record into same variables. Then what are we recording? We're recording customer segment. Then put it there, and of course we need to specify the old and the new. So wherever you see a small business, please put a 1. You add that. Wherever you see a corporate business segment, customer segment, put a 2. Wherever you see, what was the next thing that we were doing there? What was the word? The word was home office. Sorry. So wherever you see home office, please put a 3. And wherever you see consumer, please put a 4. Simple. This is what we call encoding. So you continue, and then of course you just click OK, and this is the execution. You have done recording. See here the record. You can see it's on the syntax, but if you go on the results, this is what has happened. You see now customer segment is in numerical variables. You can still do the same with office supplies. Just decide on the numbers you're doing here, but of course you also need to state this when you're giving out results. If you don't specify, the person you're presenting the results won't understand what you actually did. So you see, I have my numerical variables here. Of course you need to be keen on spellings. SPSS is very keen, case sensitive. Put a small lowercase or uppercase, pick something different. So now the next thing is I'll show you how to do descriptive statistics and of course frequencies. Frequencies normally applies to categorical variables, and then of course descriptive goes to numerical variables. But first, let me show you this part. So this is a summary of what the variables, how many variables are, the nature of the variables, of course, in terms of what type is it. Is it numeric? Is it a string? A string basically means it's categorical. So if you go to customer segment, you notice it's still in string. Now we can change this and say we've recorded this into numeric, and it has changed. But if you try recording something that is numeric and you have not changed, there is a repercussion for that. Yeah. Sorry, let me see customer name. You see what happened? customer name. If you record a numerical, a categorical variable into, and I mean you change the type of a numerical variable into in a string variable into numeric without actually a recording or the encoding, then this is what happens. It clears all the variables because we don't see anything numeric here. Yeah. So yes, that is the repercussion. Anyway, we don't need that variable, so we can still clear it. We don't need it here. Clear, just right click and of course clear it. Now let's go do some summaries. You can actually also specify here the number of decimal places. This is too weird. Go to profit, go to variable name, then profit. Just need to have around I think 10 is okay. Okay, or longer than filled with. Okay, so we can change maybe 15. I think 15 is okay. Okay, decimals. Okay, 15. Just put 10. I think 10 is okay. Let's see. 10. We still need more. Let's do 8. 6. Let's do 6. So that at least we have something neat. Yeah, it's better. Though we can reduce 3 still. I can see there's a gap of 3. So 6. We can actually have 3 decimal places. Then check. Yeah, this is. I think this makes sense. Yeah, and so on and so forth. So we can do frequencies for this numerical this categorical variable. Then of course we will do descriptive statistics for all these numerical variables. So now straight into it. I think we just need to do the same thing to cells. This is weird. Cells also should have 3 decimal places. Yeah, I think that's it. Our cells are okay now. Yeah, and quantity, of course. So we'll do the first thing is doing frequencies for all these the numerical, the categorical variable. We can actually go attach values to this to the numerical to this categorical variable. Why am I saying numerical so much? I don't know. Let's see, customer segment. We already did it. We already did the manipulation. So product category. Let's see. You can change this into, you can attach values here. But do we need to? No. Let's go straight into generating frequencies. So we go to analyze, then descriptive statistics, then frequencies. Here we only need what? Customer segment. Product categories. And of course we can also include customer segment, and of course shipping mode. Yeah, I think those are the only numerical so-called categorical variables. Let me undo this. Price no, profit no. Yes, that's it. And then statistics, we need to specify what we want to see. We'd like to see standard deviation, variance, range no. Do we need range? Really no. Skewness and kurtosis, yes. Mean, and think median. That's the only thing I need to see. Then continue. Of course, we can do charts. We can do histograms. Normal curve chart. No, we don't need normal. We can actually also do normal. No, we don't need normal curve. Sorry. Continue. Then what else? I think the rest you just leave it that way and then click OK. There we have our results. Statistics. Yeah. So frequency tables, we have the statistics for what? They have not specified. What is this? Or shipping mode, customer segment, because we recorded it. Now notice the difference. If you request for statistics for categorical variable, you get nothing on the mean, mode, median. But you see there's something on the customer segment because we recorded it. But of course we have frequencies, you can tell customer segment, can tell product category, you can tell that. Now one thing you also need to do is you can also change the values. You can change the values here in customer segment so that at least we have something, because if you display 1, 2, 3, nobody knows what is this. Yeah,